Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. So glad you're here. Thanks for joining us. Pam and Scott are here today, and we tackle some great listener questions. First of all, we talk about a progressive meal along the monorail and adjacent resorts. So we have some fun with that. Also talk some late 2026 cruising. Cross our fingers, those will be released soon for some first-time cruisers and want to put together a big group cruise. We also talk some memories of Buzz Lightyear, the attraction over at the Magic Kingdom, as that goes down for a lengthy refurb. And we have a listener with a hot take about Piston Peak coming to the Magic Kingdom here soon. This and more on today's show. Don't forget, today's podcast always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online, especially those back to school supplies. Just click through our link and it supports the show. Everybody wins. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And a huge thank you to our Patreon supporters. You guys are the backbone of our show. Can't do it without your support. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Welcome to episode 2738 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from beourguestpodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a great week and welcome back to school for all of our friends down in the South. I know that I saw a lot of folks down in Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia. Back to school week. So if you're one of those teachers or students, make it a great school year. If you're here in the Midwest, hang on for a couple more weeks. And if you're in the Northeast, enjoy. You have another good month or so. So enjoy that. But either way, glad you're here today. We're going to be answering your listener questions, having some fun Disney talk for definitely less than an hour. Chat GPT. Take that. If you were here in the pre-show, you know. But we're going to have a good time talking Disney. We're glad you're here. So joining us, the crew is assembled. Scotty G in the house. You can check him out over at Must See Adventures on YouTube. Scott, what's going on this Wednesday?
Happy Wednesday, Mike. Love the listener questions. You know, it's been a chill week so far. My Monday was a little stressful, trying to book a cruise and all that. Hopefully my travel agent was able to handle that for me. But yeah, other than that, it's been a good week so far.
If my boy would just have 242.66 in his account, it would all be good. But I don't know what's going on up there. But we'll figure this out someday. We'll get it. Those deposits can be tricky every now and then. But we'll get you on a ship. I don't know if it'll be might be in the dinghy, but we'll get you out to sea somehow. Maybe it won't be in a big old 4A or something. But we'll get maybe we shot to. Aim too high with that 4A. We might have to look at 11C. We'll see what happens. If you know, you know. All right, Pam Forrester is somebody who definitely knows about all those letters and numbers and all the numerology of Disney Cruise Line ships. She's the co-owner of the Magic for Less Travel. Pam, happy Wednesday. What's up?
Happy Wednesday. So I am getting ready to go down to the world soon, because it's just not hot here enough in Pennsylvania. So I want to embrace the hot. That will be Walt Disney World, but yes, we're getting our little last summer hurrah. It has to happen.
So what's on the itinerary for the trip? Like, what are you looking forward to? What are you doing?
Some different stuff. We are doing the first Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party.
Nice.
So we will be there. I didn't realize it was the first. I mean, like I knew which day I wanted to go, not realizing it was the first. So of course it will probably be busy and crazy and all that, but we will do it and embrace it. I'm looking forward to it. Hannah loves the Not So Scary, so we're going to do that. I still keep looking for ways that I might be able to see Starlight without standing on the curb for like an hour and a half or so, and it hasn't appeared yet. So anyways, There's no kind of Starlight dining package, dessert package,
Why not?
anything like
Why
that.
hasn't there been though?
I don't
Seriously.
know. I really don't know. And maybe they feel like because they have the dessert party for the fireworks. I just don't know. So, anyways, and maybe they just haven't figured out where they would put that. And then once they have a preferred viewing area, then the backlash that would happen, it would be a whole thing. So, anyways, that. But I'm really looking forward to it because I did not go down for the preview to see it. So this is my first opportunity, and it looks so awesome. Like, I've definitely watched some of it, but I'm really looking forward to seeing it in person. And then we're gonna meet some friends down there, and we're doing some different things. But one of the things that we're doing, Mike, and you're gonna like this, haven't been here since probably the last time I was with you, Mike. Maybe Scotty, you were there. We ate at Boat Rights. So we're
Yes.
going to Boat Ride.
Yes.
So,
Over at Riverside.
yes, we will see what that looks like. But yeah, it's gonna be a much more casual trip. We're focusing on some fun stuff, and the pool is going to be the main focus of the trip, I think.
As it
So
should be.
I'm loading the Kindle as we speak.
That's what I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
ask. You gotta
do
have your Kindle ready, right?
yes, doing both Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach. In addition, there are some um, resorts that we still needed for the travel agency needed better video of, better pictures of, in terms of that type of resort. So I will be staying at five different
Chat
resorts.
GPT nailed it on yours right there. See, the show might go over an hour, and yes, it got how
I
many
know.
resorts
It's
you
always for
say.
the content, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, of course, and including a night at the new Fort Wilderness Cabins.
Oh, I love those cabins.
You were like, oh, hopefully I will be, it'll all be good. My last day at Fort Wilderness in the old cabins was not that great. It was sort of challenging. And not my best Disney stay, but I'm looking forward to the new one. So we'll see.
I had a question, and it was actually on the social media. It wasn't sent to the podcast. I don't believe. Actually, maybe it was. It was somewhere. I get lots of questions. Maybe it was over dinner at Texas Roadhouse. I have no idea. I can't remember at this point. If you're staying at the cabins on cash, do you qualify for the extra magic hours, the deluxe extra evening hours? I think you do, right? Because the cabins used to be in the moderate category, like listed on the DTA site. Like they were in the moderates. Like that's where the cabins were.
Right.
But for some reason, I thought if you were staying in those the new cabins on cash, that they fell because they're DVC, that they're deluxe.
Also, there isn't a DVC category. There's a deluxe villa category.
But I thought for some reason those did qualify for the.
Well, so that
is
they should, because
I-
they will be. But I believe if you're staying at either one,
Okay.
you'll be able to.
Because I thought that was the case, but then I was second guessing myself because the old cabins were like listed with Riverside and French Quarter, and
I know.
back in the day.
It's very confusing. First of all, why Fort Wilderness ever went to a moderate? Confusing. They are their own category.
Yeah, they should
in a lot
totally.
of
They're
ways.
such an outlier anyway. Like they throw them in with anything.
is.
Like they're not really deluxe either. I mean,
No,
they're not a
100%
moderate either.
and they're not really deluxe villa either. They don't have washers and dryers, and they don't have access to a washer and dryer.
You don't even get a towel at the pool.
I mean, do you get a washboard? I mean, like to bang your clothes up against, or like they could take it like a
Yes, but
guitar
you have
pick.
to pay for hoop-de-doo to get it. So that's
exactly,
the hack.
exactly.
That is the hack.
Play some Zydeco music or something. I don't know.
Yes, I will tell you, the no towels at the pool, Scotty, was one of the things that sort of set me over the edge, because there's not a note in the cabin that you should take your towel. So like it's spread out. So you could have walked 25 minutes to get there, and then they're like, yeah, no, really. And they're like, no towels. Like, we don't have towels here.
I learned the hard way, and it sounds like you did too with that.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And it was at that point where I said to Steve, I think I'm done here at the Fort Wilderness. I'm going to be moving to another resort.
This is a pun it's I was not a happy camper learning that news. Yes.
No, it's literally, when before the value resorts used to have towels by the pool, they would have a note in the room that said, bring your towel to the pool. Plus, you were never more than 5 minutes away from your room, right? Fort Wilderness, where it legit, you can be 25 minutes away. No note in the room, not an advisory, not whatever. And there's something else. This is not Fort Wilderness specific, but I find it a quirk, and I want to see how other people feel about this. So, when you're in your Disney app and you can go to the resort section, right? And it has a little tab there called, let's say, activities or something. When you're in your resort section, right? But you go there and it's always empty. There's never the activities are not listed there, right? The pool activities, the craft activities that they may have, the whatnot. So one of the last times we were at a deluxe villa resort, we actually went to community hall because we were interested in doing one of the activities. And I said to the woman, there was a little listing of what was going to be available for the next few days, the activities. And there were some really cute things. Like you could make magnets, you could do some kind of pottery, something or other, whatnot. And so I said to her, hey, is this anywhere other than right here? Is there a listing of this anyway? And she's like, oh, yes, it's in your app. And I said,
No.
oh, my friend, it is not in the app. I said, I hope you don't tell other people that. She's like, well, scan that QR code. And where does it go? Oh, it goes to my resort. But there's nothing in that part that like lends itself to there. So the QR code, completely useless. So I use the app probably more than most, as ChatGPT suggests. And it's so weird to me that you cannot find information that should be included in that app. Like, do they not have an intern who can upload like
Right.
the monthly activities to this? So I know that we've sort of talked about this off camera before, but I wanted to just ask other people if if they've ever found activities listed in this app, because maybe they are at different things, at different, resorts
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm looking at it
It
right
would be
now.
great. I know we're gonna go to listener questions, but like I feel like that's like Alani and Disney Cruise Line, right? How they have all those activities.
That's
and you
exactly
can-
what I was
Yes.
going to say.
That's
Yeah.
how it should be in the My Disney Experience app, a section like that.
Yes.
I mean,
So
I know
right
there's not
here,
as many activities, right, on Cruise Line, but they
right.
still have a little section like that, right?
Yes, it says right now, I'm looking, community hall, there's activities from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So,
List them out.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like Cruise Line does it so well. So you could just get, see it day by day,
yeah, yeah.
highlight things you want to not miss during your stay.
Yes.
Bam, bam, bam. Gives you a little push notification 15 minutes before, 10 minutes before.
You can
Super
heart
simple.
things.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
There seems to be some, part of this app could be this. And I'm saying it out loud here on the podcast because I love when we talk about something and then it comes true like within the
Yes.
next week. So I'm being hopeful.
by
that
by
this
the
will-
time this publishes, Disney, you have about 36 hours to get this done. That's our
Just use the same
timeline.
code you use for the Cruise Line and Alani app. There you go.
maybe
Somebody
Scott's
back
Cruise.
there has it.
Maybe Scott's Cruise will have a deposit on it by the
Walk
time this
over to
publishes.
Cruise
Who knows?
Line.
We'll see. All right. So, real quick, one other thing I want to ask you about. I didn't know we were going to go this long about towels and Zydeco music at the campgrounds, but here we are. That's what we do. Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger Spin, down for an extended refurb, going to bounce back. Where do you rank? I was just thinking about this on the treadmill this morning as I was running away. Where do you put that attraction, like in your listing of attractions? Like, what do you think of Buzz? Every trip, rarely, all the time. Scott, like, where does Buzz fall for you?
It's middle of the pack for me. It's fun. I think Toy Story Mania kind of
I agree.
ruined it a little bit, but actually Disneyland is what really ruins it for me. I like how you can take the gun out of the holster a little
You're
bit.
going to be able to do that now.
That's going to be exciting. Yes. So
It
that's
will
going to
be, for sure.
That's going to boost the stock up. It's stock up, stock down. That game you like to play, Mike. The
Yeah.
Buzz stock is way up because of that. And it just needs some refreshing, right? Like the queue is really fun, but the animatronics in the queue could just need some zhuzhing, as I know Pam likes to say. So it's well needed. And I'm excited for it because I love Tomorrowland. It's a great attraction to have in Tomorrowland. I'm just excited to see the refurbishment to come due because it needs to be very similar to the Disneyland version.
Pam, kind of the same thoughts.
So I will tell you, we probably end up doing it because I get one of the lightning lane, there, and it's actually really easy to sort of stick in at different times. You can usually get a buzz one, so we just get to sort of walk in and experience it, and we do. So we typically end up doing it, and I've always really loved the attraction. It's just being able to lift up the gun is going to make me really, I mean, the laser or whatever it is that we're shooting at. But yes, I really think it'll be a plus, and I think that we'll see more people experience it. So hopefully.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the guns coming out of Disneyland just make it a superior attraction, so you can kind of, you got more freedom of movement. And then when Toy Story came about, it was like, oh, it's definitely 2.0 version of that attraction. But Buzz, man, it's such a beloved character, and it's fun. Like, it's just the music.
The music is good in there too.
The colors, the color
Yeah.
scheme, the purples, the greens, the aliens.
It has a lot of replay too, because like you can always discover something new or get like a different technique or whatnot. So
Which
yes.
that's really important for frequent visitors, So
Yes.
I like that too,
Yes.
Pam.
But I can
Right.
still never tell which dot's mine at this point in my life. Like I just fire and just hope. Like I'm in that general area. I think I'm on like that guy's hand, or the alien. I don't know. Like there's a thousand
I'm not one that
dots.
looks for cheat codes either, so I don't know how these people like always get the top scores. Like I don't know. I don't know the codes, but one of these days I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out on my own though.
That's right. All right, let's get a question here from Allie in the inbox. She's in this great state of Pennsylvania. Hey there, BOGP crew. I'm headed down to the world in 2 weeks. During our rest day, we want to do a progressive meal on the monorail, an appetizer at one resort, main entree at another, and finish with dessert at the third resort. We don't have any dining reservations for this, so it'll be strictly quick service or lounge locations. We're not big drinkers, so we don't necessarily need to factor in alcoholic beverages into this. However, I have a huge sweet tooth and love pretty much anything with chocolate, so bonus points for chocolatey dessert options. Where would you recommend we go for each course? I love listening to the show and getting a Disney fix between trips. Also love the BOGP community over on the Discord. Oh, hang on. I got to reset. Boom. Thanks for all you do, Allie in Pennsylvania. All right, Allie, we love that you're over there. Thank you so much for the clubhouse shout out. I'm going to take the easy one because you guys are going to get the you guys are more of the fancy eaters. The dessert has to finish. It's Steakhouse 71 for the big chocolate cake. I mean, if you like chocolate, that is the best chocolatey dessert I think, on the monorail. The big, huge chocolatey cake. It's not fancy. If you like chocolate, that cake rocks. I mean, it's just my suggestion. So Pamela, ladies first. Appetizer, entree, dessert kind of thing, progressive meal on the monorail. What would you say?
So I absolutely think that that's a great chocolate dessert, but I'm also going to tell you that I think the lounge at Steakhouse 71 is absolutely the place I want to get the entree, because they typically have the burger there in the lounge. And that I think is going to be one of the better things that you can get in terms of lounge. So when we're looking on the monorail and we're looking at what's available lounge wise and what's available quick service wise, we're looking at the Polynesian, which really doesn't have a ton available in their lounge. The quick service does have some different options, but I wanted to point that out there. And Trader Sam's, you kind of have to get there and plan and make a day of it, because there's going to be a line. And then over at the Grand Floridian, at the Enchanted Rose, they've really removed a lot of the foods that we used to get when we went to the lounge. And they're a lot more just like picking and eating things like that. But I think that Grand Floridian also has probably one of the better quick services when we're thinking about it, that's on the monorail too. I'll also say the other thing you can do is from the Contemporary, you can take the boat over to the Wilderness Lodge. So that could open up some possibilities, because then you have Geyser Point as well as Roaring Fork. And those are both worthy things too. At the Contemporary, there is Steakhouse 71 Lounge, and then there's also the Contempo Cafe. So I think that I'm trying to think where we are, but I do like, if you really like chocolate, I think that that's a good choice, the Steakhouse 71 for that. I probably would do Geyser Point if you're not going to do Steakhouse 71 for your main entree, because they have some great choices there. They have another good burger, right? It comes with the berry on it. It's yummy.
Is that that
But they
bison? Is
also
that
have
that bison burger? I've never had that.
yes, yes.
Oh,
I've never.
bison burger is really good.
See,
there.
I don't know.
So
Like, does bison taste like beef? I mean, I've
yeah,
never. It's like freaks me out
it's
that
just a
it's a
leaner
buffalo.
form.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it does for sure. So that would give you some more options there. I don't know, Scotty, what do you think?
Yeah, I like it. I was just in my mind reminiscing. Pam, remember when we did this when Disney offered this,
Oh,
and
you
that
did
was
that? Wasn't
so
it like the
fun.
highway? It was Highway in the Sky or something, wasn't
Highway
it
in the
called
It
that?
Sky.
was
Yeah,
We
yeah.
so
did this.
good.
Oh my gosh, it was like such a limited time event, and I was so glad that we did it.
I
So I
know. I
was
wish
thinking
they'd bring
like
that back.
for an appetizer, I was thinking the Polynesian. Like I don't know if you like sushi at all, but I was thinking
It's a
that
good
like
idea.
I had to pull up some menus, like the Kona Island, like right out there at the monorail. I
Mhm.
thought they had more options. They only have 2 sushi rolls that they offer, just a spicy tuna and a California roll. Because I thought, like, oh yeah, you can quick go over there and hang out. There's only 2 options there, so maybe go to Kona Cafe. They have more sushi options there and some other appetizers options there too. So I think that'd be a cool place. I think to get your appetizer. And then, yeah, I mean, Pam just gave up lots of great options. I like the idea of taking the boat over. The guys are pointing with something I was really thinking too, to kind of expand your progressive meal there too. Just monorail is great too, but why not do a boat? And
Yeah.
when we did the Highway in the Sky, the monorail went down, and we took a boat that day too. So why not? Just why not do it? So I like the idea of boating over the Geyser Point as well. I love this idea. You're gonna have a terrific time doing it.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's
yeah,
so
it sounds
much to
good.
see at each resort.
Uh,
Like, there just really is.
I love this idea. Yeah. I mean, make a night out of it. All right, Andrew's got a question, which I believe Andrew just had emergency surgery last week, so hopefully he's recovering well. I saw that. Will Disney ever put another show in Disneyland's Magic Eye 3D Theater in Tomorrowland? What do we think?
I mean, there's always room for it, right? I mean, you never know.
Well, there's a
Always
lot of,
room for possibilities.
and I've seen speculation. I mean, again, speculation again online. There's always speculation online, especially Twitter and Facebook and stuff. But I guess there's that Fantastic Four movie out now, and I guess it kind of has a Tomorrowland-ish setting in the movie. It's got, I guess it's got a kind of the same. Maybe it's that like retro. It's like that 1960s kind of futurism. I don't know. I was reading what
Yeah.
people were saying. And they're saying how like that would be fit for like a Tomorrowland refurb at Disneyland, because it has kind of those like robots of like the 60s kind of look. They're talking about maybe doing something with it. I don't know. Who knows? I'm just now getting into Disneyland out there, so I like it how it is. But yeah, I mean, I hate seeing empty buildings. So who knows? Is that where? Yeah, back in the day, I mean, I saw the old like. Remember when? God, we've been doing this show too long. But like back when we first started the show, they sold those tins of DVDs. Remember, like you could buy that was like
100%. Yes,
they're called,
I
like,
have some of them downstairs. I won't get rid of them.
Yeah, like Disney Treasures or something like that.
Mhm.
And I bought those things and was watching old Disneyland stuff, which I hadn't even been out there at that point. And they were showing stuff from Disneyland out there, and it was just amazing to see like those old like Circle-Rama movies and stuff like that. Oh man, I'd have loved to seen that stuff. So yeah. Let's do it.
I'm more curious if they're gonna open up like their People Mover track ever again.
Oh,
out there.
that's a crime that thing just sits there looking all decrepit. Like that is
I know.
just sad.
It does.
It
When
is.
you see it from the monorail, there's always like leaves and like
It's so sad.
tumbleweeds.
It's so
and stuff
painful.
on it.
Tumbleweeds.
I know they need to do something with that because it's so sad. It's heartbreaking when you go by it.
It is, and it really sort of winds all the way through Tomorrowland. So, yeah, the rocket rods were not a big hit, but I'm sure it would be awesomely expensive to convert it back to the People Mover. But dang, the People Mover! That's one
Mm.
of the best rides in all of Disney.
What if they put like a roller coaster on those tracks, like and made it
That's
super
what the
fast?
rocket
I'm just
rods were. They were
joking. I know.
high-speed.
I'm just playing with you. You're like,
They
he's an
were
idiot. That's what broke it.
Mhm.
What an idiot. That would totally break it
100%.
again. All right, Jacqueline's got a question. Everybody's like, he's an idiot. What's he saying? Jacqueline's got, when do cruise itineraries come out for Christmas 2026? Interested booking large extended family, all first timers. Any tips? Love the podcast. Thanks. Again, we're trying to manifest things here.
Yeah, right.
I know those are long overdue right now.
Well, we're hoping soon.
Mhm.
I mean, it's got to be pretty soon.
Yeah.
We're in the ballpark. Let's just hope. Yeah, soon. So let's talk. It should be here rather soon. But let's talk. So first timers, and we're gonna kind of, let me just give you a hint on Friday's topic. While you're here, it's time for training camp, people. If you know, like football teams, we're all in training camp. My daughter, she's a cheerleader. They're going through training camp for the cheerleaders, getting ready for football season. Jamboree happens in a couple of weeks. Everything's starting fall sports. We're putting you as the Disney fan through your training camp. We're getting you ready for your next Disney trip. What do you need to do to prepare? So on Friday, we're going to talk about all the things you need to get ready for your next cruise, your next Walt Disney World trip, Disneyland trip. But as first timers for cruise, first timers specifically, you're going to have a few things, right? You're going to want to get comfortable with, like, you got it. Because if you've cruised a few times, like we have, you already have like your documentation. Like you probably have a folder. Like, I mean, I don't know, like what you guys have. For years, we had like what's called the frozen folder in our house. Cause we literally, it was just one of those folders you get for school, but it was, I guess it was Mallory's at some point, but it was just Anna and Elsa on it. And we had like our birth certificates in it. And just, I stuffed anything from cruises in there. When they used to do the personal navigators on paper, I shoved them in there because it went with us on all the cruises, and it was all cruise papers. And it was our frozen folder that we took on all the cruises. Now we have like a fireproof little
I miss those. I
thing.
miss the personal navigators,
They're
the
so
paper
good.
ones.
They're so good. But like, you know, if you're going on a first time, you got to start to like put that frozen folder, you know, whatever in quotes together. You got to have your documentation together. You got to, you know, assemble things that are unique to cruising, you know, stuff you're going to take that you might not take on land, you know, maybe seasickness medicine if you're worried about that, or talking to your doctor. So we'll talk about that on Friday. But Pam, what else, real quick, do you think you might want to think about? Like, they're talking about December 2026 cruising, large, especially large group. What would you kind of get rolling with that?
So I think, we usually see cruise itineraries being released about 12 to 15 months in advance. That's like a ballpark. And they are like released sort of in blocks. So there'll be, a block of cruises released at that time. One of the things that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a sense of when your possible dates are and what your possible destinations are. Are you looking for just one of the regular itineraries? Are you looking for a special itinerary? What are the dates that you can go? How many nights do you want to cruise? Where do you want to cruise from? Because those are the things you're going to want to nail down. The other thing that's important to note too is that cruises are typically the best price you're going to see soon after they're released. The earlier that you can book, the better, because Disney Cruise Line does what is called sort of tiered pricing. And that means they start at the lowest price and then move up as more people book into them. As the number of staterooms available decreases, the price also increases. So you're always better off booking as early as you can, because you have the best availability of dates and staterooms and pricing. So that's three big reasons. The other thing that you want to consider too is, because you're all early, because you're all sort of cruising for the first time, and so this is sort of your first jump at that, there will be some things that'll probably be harder for you to get than other things whenever your booking window opens, but that's just part of it. And I know a lot of people stress about these things, like the onboard activities, and will I be able to get Palo, or will I be able to get this, or will I be able to get this character meet and whatnot. And I will tell you, while all these things are fantastic and such a nice enhancement to your cruise, none of these things are make or break for
I
your
agree.
cruise.
That's a huge thing. Even for
It
veteran
is.
cruisers, it's hard to like
It
get your
is.
mind around that. But you know what? If you never set foot in Palo, if you just like let that go 30 days before your cruise, you're still gonna have an amazing cruise. Palo's a great experience. Don't get me wrong. Remy's great. Ashante, I'm sure, is awesome. But even going into Census Spot, if you didn't step foot into those things, if you just did what's included with your cruise, you're gonna have such a great time. And I think that we don't think about that enough. That's a great point.
It's true. It's hard because we'll actually have guests who are like really frustrated,
Mm-hmm.
that they can't
And
get
stress.
one little thing. Like they sort of let it ruin their cruise for a minute and thinking about this. And we try to walk people through this and prepare them for that as much as possible. But it just is, part of the cruising experience. It's not all going to be available, but you are still going to have a fantastic time. And I think the other thing you want to think about, especially when cruising with a group, is that there's going to be things that some people want to do that other people don't want to do, and that's okay too. What's going to happen is throughout the day you'll all have different things that you want to do and accomplish, but you'll come together for a few different activities. You'll come together for maybe dinner at night. You'll come together to maybe see the shows and whatnot. So there's so much that is included in the cost of your cruise that everyone's going to get to experience, and you'll have a great time together. Cruising with a group on Disney Cruise Line is fantastic. I think it's when you're looking at taking a large group of people, and if someone said, I want to go to a Disney destination, I'm not sure which one to go to, I'm going with a large group. Cruising is absolutely the way to accomplish that. I think it's so much easier to do that with cruising than it is at World or Land or something else, because there's just so much available to you there on a cruise, and you're all sort of crowd on this ship together, things like that. So you're going to be able to have a great experience together. So go and enjoy, have the best time.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Group cruising is the best. I mean, we've done it all together. Cruising with friends is the best because, like you said, so you can go do things you're on your own with your own family, come together for dinner, come together for shows, because trivia is more fun when you got buddies with you. We've done this so many times. Going to a comedy show is more fun with buddies. But I mean, some people can go see the big show, so the adults can go do this, the kids can go to the kids club and have fun together. Good point. All right, next
I'll just
question.
add that when they're booking it, I know it was a long answer, but when they're booking it, like use your travel advisor and just make sure you're all synced up together so that you're dining together, and then like you can so you're on the same dining rotation, and then like sync up all your profiles so that when you board the ship, you can like message each other through the app. If not, everyone's doing the internet package, things like that. So
that's a good point. And nowadays it's pretty simple because like Messenger works, through the app, like Apple's Messenger. So yeah, but that's a good point.
Which is really nice. That's really convenient. Yeah,
it is. Even if you don't buy the package. Good point. All right, Claire from Ohio has a question. Hey, Mike and BOGP crew, we're going to Walt Disney World this November, and we're excited to see the holiday decorations for the very first time at the World. We're staying at the Animal Kingdom Lodge and want to take advantage of the deluxe evening hours. We're wondering if those will still happen at the Magic Kingdom, even though there are so many very Merry Christmas party nights. Do they do the deluxe hours on the off nights, or are they just canceled during the holiday season? Thanks, Claire. So do they do that? I don't think they do those at the Magic Kingdom, do they?
I think they do.
Christmas? I thought they pushed. I thought they were at the other parks. I haven't looked. Can you tell I typically
so their hours? So their hours only goes to like early October right now, so you can't really see that for November yet. But yeah, so it does get a little tricky during like because of the hard ticket events, because they're closing the park early so many days, right? So then like closing it earlier for the deluxe, but it's not really closing it earlier for those events. They're just staying open later for the deluxe. Is kind of how those work.
Why was I thinking last year though? They shifted like during Christmas to like the
there
other
were
parks,
just
like
a
the
couple
Animal Kingdom
dates.
and things.
There were just a couple dates that they did, but I'm thinking like but when you think about it, there's a lot of things that happen, not just like Jollywood happens at Hollywood Studios, and Very Merry happens at the Magic Kingdom, and other things like that. So I think that there were a couple dates that they had to do, but like when we're going to be down there, there's Mickey's Not So Scary is going on, and there are extended evening hours, I believe, for that.
It's interesting because they do have to kind of, that's such a delicate balance, right? Because I think for your average Walt Disney World traveler, Magic Kingdom is going to be the guest's most favorite park of the four, right? Magic Kingdom is probably number one. Epcot's up there too, I would guess, but Magic Kingdom is probably the most popular park. But once you get into that Halloween and Christmas season with all those hard ticket events, it is kind of a balance because you're closing early a lot. They have so many parties. And what happens? So would the day guests get kicked out at what time at 9 o'clock? or can they stay till
Or
or is
very
it
merry.
no? So when the evening hours, the extended evening hours, how's that work for the day guests?
So it usually starts at 10 at there. But they're what they will do is they'll sub in sometimes Magic Kingdom. So what they're doing like in August and September is sometimes they're doing Magic Kingdom and sometimes they're doing Epcot and sometimes
Yeah,
they're doing Hollywood Studios and sometimes they're doing Animal Kingdom. But they do still put Magic Kingdom in there some of the times.
but it would be like once a week,
Yeah,
or
yes, just
the
once a
most
week.
probably. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes, but they're still rotating through like Hollywood Studios and that. So I'm looking at the schedule right now. Yes. So they still do have Magic Kingdom in there. It's just looking like it's once a month. So
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I mean, because I get then see that makes sense, right? Because they can say they're offering it, but
right.
it's such a delicate balance because they want to sell the hard ticket event, but also not try to take it away from take it out, take it out of general public inventory.
Well, and they always too sort of say like they're going to be offering it, twice a week or whatever. I forget what the
But take it to the other parks that aren't selling hard
yes,
ticket events. Like
100%.
because
Yes.
Epcot's not selling a hard ticket event. Take it to Animal
Right.
Kingdom because you got to watch
Yes, and I will
Jollywood
say
Nights during Christmas.
yes, exactly. And I will say too, sometimes when they're offering it at the parks that aren't typically offered for the evening hours, I think that's as good, if not better, than sometimes at the Magic Kingdom. So
All right,
something to think about.
here's an email from another Claire, and it says a completionist hot take. So let's see what this. I'm intrigued by this one because we missed this one last month, so I want to get this one. Hey, Mike and BOGP crew, thanks for the entertaining and informative podcast shows you guys put out for all of us that are counting down the days until our next visit. I was a little sad with the initial news of Rivers of America going away after the 4th of July weekend, but after the cartoon rendering came out showing what'll be reimagined on the spot, the completionist in me couldn't help feeling pepped for the future. Respectively, Adventureland, Main Street USA, and Tomorrowland each has got a resort counterpart dotted around Seven Seas Lagoon. Now, finally, Wilderness Lodge will have its Pacific Northwest vibe showcased in Piston Peak National Park. It's almost like bringing DCA's Grizzly Peak and the Grand Californian to the East Coast. Is this exciting or is it a hot take? P.S. Now, if it's Villains Land, now if a Villains Land is coming, logic dictates a villains themed resort should follow. Claire from Massachusetts.
I like what Claire's thinking there. Yeah.
I agree. So I mean, she's being logical though, right? Because the Grand Floridians, Main Street USA, the Polynesians, Adventureland, the Contemporaries, Tomorrowland, they all associate with the land in the Magic Kingdom. So Piston Peak is going to be Wilderness Lodge, I guess. Makes sense, right? Is it continuity? I mean, what do we think? Right? I mean, she's got a point.
I don't think it's much of a stretch. I see the visual there, and now I'm trying to like I'm about to pull up a Google Maps trying to figure out where the villains resort's going now.
Right? Oh my gosh, if they had that, I know that people would love that. I don't know whether I often wonder if they should do like another art of animation sort of type hotel, but like have sections like the villains and the princesses and you know what I mean, sort of go along with that. I don't know that there would be enough for a villain resort, so to speak, but maybe, something new like that.
Well,
so I like it too. I think it's fun.
Well, I mean, I guess they're not all represented, right? There's not a Fantasyland represented in Seven Seas Lagoon, and there's not Frontierland. So I guess Villains Land wouldn't have to have a resort, but there are. I mean, every resort does have representation in the Magic Kingdom that's out there.
I know, but we can just talk about it and just make the villains.
You guys are just villains. You guys just want that Villains Land hotel. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it would be kind of fun.
I do like what Pam's saying too, like with because that would be kind of like a pop century kind of art of animation vibe, right? Or all stars where you have like the villain section and the princesses. That's good, and maybe like once a day at the pool, there's like this battle, right, between the princesses and the villains or something.
That would
Like,
be
I don't know.
fun. I want them to lean into the rooms a little more too, like to have it be sort of to
Yeah,
have it be sort of like the story kind of rooms that they call them. So
Yeah.
yeah.
missed that a little bit.
I think a villain's resort though would have to be kind of like out by. It'd have to be. It couldn't be on Seven Seas Lagoon. That's too fancy. Like the villains would have to be on the outskirts. Like I think you would have to keep the villains. What I don't even know why my brain works like this. Why would the villains have to be like by the All Stars? Like
I was thinking about Animal Kingdom. Yeah.
or that like they got to be like they're like there's in my head there's like the layers of like an onion. Like they have to be like at least 3 layers away from Mickey Mouse or something. I don't know. Like they can't be. Got to keep them a little bit. Can't be too close to the castle. Like you got to be way out there. Like you got to be out by the McDonald's or something. I don't know. Like why am I thinking like?
You're
that?
thinking they're going to be like a value.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. You just nailed it right on the head. Boom. You just cut to the core. Maybe a value plus. I don't know.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. Served with a side of French fries right there on Osceola Parkway.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, well, that's about it for today. We're not going an hour. I promise you that for chat.
Maybe the McDonald's should be themed like that. Like
It could
Jafar, you
be.
walk in there and
There
Jafar
we
takes your
go.
order or something. And
Exactly. We're calling
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you know what we're calling
There'd
it
be
as
a
well.
whole new line of like Mick items. Like,
Yes. 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 The poisoned Big Mac. Which I mean,
sometimes it is.
that's what I was about to say. Around here, if you go through Burger King, just saying, the one up
Hades-
on
Hades
Jungerman.
Nuggets.
Yes,
There you
They'll
go,
get their
yes.
revenge. All right, well we're out of here before we get any libel suits against us. So we're jumping out, but we'll be back again for training camp on Friday. So. If from back in the 80s, bring your bike shorts and those tube socks, and we'll be ready to rock. Bring the whistle. So we're ready to get you ready for your next Disney vacation. But don't forget, today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over on the site at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon as you're stocking up for all those back to school goodies. And you can support us as well on Patreon. It's just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest every week. So coming over this week, we'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. And thank you to everybody who already supports us over there. We appreciate you so much. Also, don't forget we have the Clubhouse. We talked about that earlier. That's where you can join us for a live chat message board area. Awesome. About 1,500 Disney fans hang out there 24/7. It's just a fun place to be. It's free for everybody. Coming over this week, we'd love to have you. Patreon. It's the beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. I'm looking at different notes. And join us on the social media. I'm at Be Our Guest Mike on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads. Pam is at TMFLT Pam on those same places. Scott's at Epscott, EPSCOT. But check them out on Must See Adventures over on YouTube. Scott, real quick, what's happening on the channel? Give us an update.
If you've ever been curious about the luau at Disney's Aulani, we have a cool, we show a lot of that, cool resort day at Aulani. So if you've ever been curious about Aulani, go check it out. Like, subscribe.
All right. So check that out.
What was that, right?
That's it. That's very good. I'm not sure if we're getting spammed or not, but just checking that. Got a little nervous here on the channel. So we're going to jump out of here and hope you'll come back on Friday for some Disney training camp, getting you ready for your upcoming vacation. So until then, for Pam and Scott, I'm Mike, wishing you a great Wednesday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.